never told this story online before because it sounds like something out of a movie, but every word of it really happened. It's the only time in my life I've ever been truly afraid to be alone. This was back in 2017. I was 28, living in upstate New York, and saving money by picking up house-sitting jobs. My mom's coworker, Nancy, and her husband were going away for a long weekend, and they needed someone to stay at their house and watch their 2 cats. The place was on a quiet road outside town. Big house, surrounded by trees. I got there Friday afternoon. Nancy gave me a quick tour, handed me a list of instructions, and left. It was one of those chilly spring evenings where it gets dark early. The cats were skittish but friendly enough. I made dinner, read for a while, and went to bed around 11. At about 2:30 a.m., I woke up to what sounded like a door closing downstairs. It wasn't a slam, more like a soft click, like someone had eased it shut. I lay there for a second, listening. The cats were both in the room with me, curled up on the bed, so it wasn't them. Then came footsteps. Slow, steady, moving across the hardwood floor. I froze, every muscle in my body locked up. I remember thinking, Nancy said no one else had a key. I quietly reached for my phone on the nightstand, but of course the battery was at 3%. I didn't want the screen lighting up, so I set it down again and just listened. The footsteps stopped at the bottom of the stairs. And then there was silence. For what felt like an hour, I didn't move. Eventually, I convinced myself it was the house settling or maybe something outside. I never heard the front door open or close again, so I tried to sleep, though I barely did. The next morning, I went downstairs to check. Everything looked normal. Front door locked, windows shut. But when I got to the back door, the one that led to the porch, the deadbolt was unlocked, and I know I locked it the night before. That day was fine. I ran some errands, came back before dark, and this time I double-checked every lock before bed. I even wedged a chair under the doorknob to the bedroom, just in case. Sometime after midnight, the cats started acting weird. They both sat up suddenly, ears twitching, staring at the door. And then I heard it again. Footsteps. Only this time, they were right outside the bedroom. Slow. Careful. The chair under the handle trembled slightly, like someone was testing the door. I whispered, "Who's there?" even though my voice was shaking. But there was no response. But I could hear someone breathing on the other side of the door. I immediately called 911 and whispered that someone was in the house. The dispatcher told me to stay quiet and stay on the line. Less than 5 minutes later, I heard sirens, then pounding at the front door. The breathing stopped and I heard whoever it was move fast. I heard what sounded like a back window creak open and slam shut. The police found the back window cracked, but no one inside. They did a sweep and said maybe it was a prowler. One officer mentioned that sometimes burglars check out houses they think are empty and bail when they realize someone's home. That explanation made sense. Sort of. Maybe somehow this person knew the owners were going out of town and thought the house would be vacant. I left that night and didn't go back. A few days later, Nancy called me. Her voice was shaking. She said the police had come back to her house because the neighbor's dog had found something in the woods behind the property. It was a shallow grave, and inside they found a woman who had been stabbed to death. And beside that grave was another shallow grave that was empty. According to the newspaper later, they believed she'd been killed somewhere else, and whoever did it had just dumped her body there, though they never did catch the killer. The police processed the scene, and they found old footprints leading from the woods where the body was buried, leading to the back porch of Nancy's house. The police believed that whoever had killed this woman was who entered the house the night I was there. It's terrifying to think that whoever I heard breathing on the other side of the bedroom door was planning on killing me too. Why was there a second empty grave dug? Was it me he planned on putting in it?